Good afternoon, everyone. If you would please stand for the posting of the colors and stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Again, please be seated. It's my pleasure to stand here today for another award ceremony where we will be able to recognize years of service our employees have dedicated to the citizens of Fayetteville. But also today, we are also recognizing the accomplishments of several employees who've gone above and beyond to actually increase their learning and their ability to serve the citizens in Fayetteville. As your city manager, again, my name is Doug Hewitt, if I didn't introduce myself, or we have some guests here who may not know me. We're also joined by several important guests, and if they would please stand as I call their name. Council Member Shaquilla Ingram first. Council Member Yvonne Kinston, Mayor Pro Tem Kathy Jensen, and Council Member Christopher Davis. We want to thank you all for coming, being here with us today. I'd also like to take a moment to see if there are any family members or relatives of anyone receiving an award here today. If you could just raise your hand if you're here. Thank you both for coming. It goes without saying that you entrust your family members to us when they come to work every day, and we understand that working with the City of Fayetteville is not always easy, but it is ultimately very rewarding, as we will see from the folks who will be recognized today. But we thank you for all that you do to make sure that our employees are happy, healthy, and whole. So thank you both. One of the things that I also gain a lot of pleasure from annually is looking at how well we perform services to both our residents and to our visitors. This year, we actually shared with the council earlier in January the Citizens Perception Survey. And can anyone guess what the survey results showed? That citizens are very, very pleased with the services they're getting from the City of Fayetteville. That is a trend, that we've seen for probably the last 10 years or so since we've been doing these types of surveys. And that work is not done because, and that perception is not built because of me or necessarily because of the council members or even the members of the management team who are here. It's built on the work of all of you. They also commented in the citizen survey about the helpfulness of our employees. They talked about the courtesy, the customer service of our employees. But more importantly, they talked about that they really do value the work that we do for them each and every day. And again, I think that's a real testament to the work that each of you do each and every day as well. As city manager, another one of my great responsibilities is trying to make sure that we acknowledge the good work of our employees. Another survey that we did, the employee survey that we got last year, showed that many of our employees did not feel that they were always recognized for their contributions, that they were not always encouraged to bring their best to work every day. They had ideas that they wanted to share, ways to improve the work that they do, the services that we offer. And just yesterday, the senior leadership team, including members of the executive team, actually heard a proposal for us to engage employees in a more robust and different way so that we can empower you to bring those ideas forward so that you can tell us how to improve those services, how better to do your jobs. And we'll have a lot more on that. And I think out of that as well, we're actually going to be trying to recognize employees who bring those ideas, who bring their best to work. And so in an upcoming award ceremony, hopefully we'll have some award recognition for that type of work as well. But our work today is to recognize you and to thank you for what you've done. And with that said and done, I'd like to ask Dr. Telly Whitfield to come forward and to help me serve as MC for the day. And I think the first award recipients will be for Six Sigma, and then we will have service award presentations starting with 35 years of service. I can't wait to see who that is as well. Dr. Whitfield.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. This is not a funeral. Right, this is a celebration. Happy Thursday. Absolutely. As the manager mentioned, the first awards we're going to go through are the Six Sigma certifications. How many people in the room have already gone through this program? Raise your hand. So you know the rigor that the individuals who will receive this award have gone through. And the manager had just mentioned there's a next step for this engagement. So we're looking forward, looking at all y'all. Raise your hands again. Raise your hands again. That was a setup. That was a setup. Raise your hands again. Rebecca, take notes. We're looking forward to re-engaging with all of you, with all the shared knowledge that you have and the learned experiences that you have to make this an even greater place to work, but also to give to this community in which we serve. So congratulations in advance, and to those who have served for many years, congratulations in advance. The other thing I wanted to mention, as it's 1:15, the manager always gives us a guidance, and the guidance is we're going to be out of here in an hour. Let it be noted that it's 1:15, the manager started the program. Just do the math. Okay. So we're going to start with the Six Sigma certification recipients, and I'm going to ask Barbara? No, Rebecca, there she is. Rebecca, to introduce them.
Okay, my pleasure. Hi, everybody. Rebecca Jackson. I'm Strategy and Performance Analytics Director, and it is my great privilege, although I'm standing on my tiptoes, to introduce these recent graduates. As Mr. Telly Whitfield described, they worked very hard over the last 6 weeks. They've spent 48 hours kind of delving into lean methodologies. So we're super proud of them. We have more than 80 at the city so far. So if you're the next ones, please let us know. And I'd like to thank Mr. Chris McMillan for his work in helping these graduates through. So congratulations on your yellow belt. So we have Aldo Aguirre. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Cindy Birch. Okay. Robert Gardner. Laura Haygood. Tracy Holder Wallace. Shtavion Anoa. Maine Johnson. And Lori. Tiffany Neal. Slow down. I was trying to speed it up, y'all. Just efficiencies. Virginia Small. Rachel Sangoloski. Pamela Stokes. Teresa Wanabwa. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations.
Woo! We're going to take a little bit of a breath now. Rebecca was rolling. Thank you, Rebecca. Congratulations again to everyone. So how many people have worked for over 35 years? Raise your hand if you worked for over 35 years. No, just in general, ever, wherever. How many people have worked in the same location, same employer? I heard it, for 35 years. Barbara, can you introduce our 35-year Service Award members?
First, we have David Nash. And only because it's alphabetical and not because she's not very special, Jennifer Penfield. That's it for 35 years.
Hold on. Don't go too far yet. Come on around. 35 years, y'all have to say something. So you have to give us one story about the first year or the first few years in which you were here.
I think I started December of 1984, and I guess the first project was helping the city with its redistricting process that we were undergoing, and they moved me around a lot. I started at the Parks and Rec building on Lehman Street, and then over to the little building behind the Kyle House, then to the transit, upstairs in the Transit Information Center, and a couple of other places, but it's been a real pleasure. Thanks very much.
I started in August of '84, and I was with a place called the Word Processing Center, and we did all the typing for everybody with the city. Nobody had their own computers. It was an interesting job, I will say. Thank you.
We're hoping that all those movements were not in the first year, David. 30? Ms. Hill, 30 years of service.
We have two recipients. One could not join us, but we do have Glenn Van.
You got to tell us a little something about 30 years. 30 years. Now, I'm going to ask a different question. Your favorite moment in 30 years? Or one of the several favorite moments in 30 years?
The day that I hit 30 years was my favorite day.
No, that's right. That's right.
Okay, moving on to 25 years. We have Sandra Everett Autry. Johnny's Gibson. Kathleen Rupert. Jackie Tuckey. Now for 20 years, we have Yolanda Baldwin. Patrick Bradley. Patricia Campbell. Ulrich Johannes. Karen McDonald. Richard McGee. Jimmy Monroe. James Nolette. And Tabitha Sportsman. "15 years. For 15 years, we have Billy Arnett Jr. Brandy Durham. John Glover. Belinda Jackson. Jeremy Mincy. Cal Pettiford. Quentin Smith. Barbara Wilkerson. "10 years. Christoph Bauer. Roland Dula. Robert Duncan. Latoya Gordon. Louis Tellefson. And Randolph Washington. I have to interject here. This is the biggest cheering section I have ever heard for service awards. I love it. Retention's near and dear to my heart. 5 years. Teresa Alibert. Dana Bain. Sindel Birch. Michael Decatur. Wanda Highsmith. D. Locke. Hector Mariscal. Samantha McGill. John McNeil. Jeffrey Morin. Crystal Pate. And Nelson Soriano. Just as a note, with all of our service awards and number of years of service, take a guess how many total. Do you know, Telly?
Yeah, because I have the answer down here.
Okay. Telly has the answer, so he can't guess. Total number of hours, of years.
12,000? No. Lower than 12,000. Higher than 1,200. Last guess. 1,800? No. That one doesn't count. Over here, y'all are quiet. 980? No. 1,525 total years. Oh, hours? Oh, that's not a math major. I'm sorry.
I can tell you, though, this is so heartwarming, and I think that the enthusiasm that we've had in the room today, it's something that I think that we would like to continue with all of the future ones as well. This is really a time to celebrate, because when you look at the two folks, David and Jennifer, who have been here for 35 years, we actually have members on our council who aren't 35 years old. We have several of your colleagues in the room who are not 35. And so when I tell you that you created a city that produced Councilwoman Ingram, you did just that through your work. It's just there are many days that it's so exciting to be city manager, but this is probably in 2020 the best that I've had so far. So thank you all for that. We will do the retrieval of the colors in just a moment, but we also, but before we move to that, we also have two staff members, senior staff members, who have dedicated a significant portion of their careers to making our organization better. And while they may not be getting service awards today, I do want to make sure that we take time to recognize them as well. One of them both of them are here. So if I could at this moment ask both Brad Whited and Barbara Hill to come forward. Yeah, thank you. To tell you a little bit about both of them, Brad is famous for remarking that when he was hired by Roger Stansel, he was given a long list of things, but the most important one was to make sure that the airport became self-sustaining. And I can tell you that Brad has gone way beyond having an airport just be self-sustaining. He actually has an airport that I think is the pride of North Carolina. And if you look at the work that he and Tony and Trish and others who are here from the airport, Trinia, who are all here as well, I think it's a real testament, and I can think of no better way to go out than if I were Brad Whited with two, not one, but two multi-million-dollar expansions to the airport. And Brad announced, I think it's 25 years of, how long?
Well, it'll be 25
25 in August. He'll be retiring with 25 years of service as well. And we also have with us Barbara Hill. Barbara has been with the city for 5 years. She is a person who doesn't want a whole lot of recognition for herself at all. And as a matter of fact, she thought she was going to be able to refuse her own 5-year pin, but she's not. And so, Barbara, when we finish, you'll be doing the right hand of fellowship with everyone else as well. But Barbara?
As long as I can avoid the hugs.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you both. That's it. Yeah, I consider myself to be a real friend to Barbara, that she will let me kind of squeeze in a little bit of a hug with her as well. So, but again, this has been an amazing day, and it really does, I think, start off 2020 in an amazing way. I look forward to the next award ceremonies that we have, and as I mentioned, and Dr. Whitfield as well, one of the goals that we have for the award recipients for Six Sigma and for the past awardees is also to actually use what you've learned, to actually empower you to go out into the organization and to make it even better. We will be doing the retrieval of colors in just a moment, and afterwards we will have refreshments, very nice refreshments. I hope you all stay for us over in the Lafayette room as well. If there's no further business, then I would ask that we stand for the retrieval of colors.